I'm Phil Lo Greco. If there's two things I love doing most, it's eating and boxing. Join me as I travel the world talking to world-class boxers, promoters, and trainers, and what's it like to be at the top of their game. First stop, New York City. I'm here with the king of Brooklyn himself, Paulie, the Magic Man Malignaggi, two-time world champion. And on my right, the Prince of Brooklyn, Frank Pinello. If there's anyone that knows a thing or two about pizza, this fucking guy right here. Now let's go inside and chop it up.
Welcome, boys. Listen, I got a little bit of everything, a ton of pizza. Whatever you guys want, it's on me. Mi casa and su casa.
Well, remember, we got two Sicilians over here, so make us proud.
Listen, I got my people here. I'm a little nervous, so we're gonna knock out of the park for you today.
You'll get over it, man. It'll be great.
We know how to eat. Oh, man, the sugar rush. Between Phil Lo Greco and Paulie, I mean, we have some superstars in the house right now. Both of their boxing careers have been prolific, and to be hosting them is like, it's a real honor for me. Yeah, we're obsessed with our pizza here. There's a lot of Italian immigrants that came here from the turn of the century, opened up these small pizzerias, stuck to these great traditions from the old country, brought it back over here, and really just elevated the pizza game. You know, it's fun. On any day here, you could see a tour coming up, a big yellow school bus with tourists coming out, or just from neighborhood people from the church, you know, having a slice of pizza after mass.
Ah, fuck. Yo, what's up, bro?
Frank Pinello! You still have some cool stuff going on around the neighborhoods and what, but it's slowed down a lot. But you know the Italian culture, man. You know,
awesome. We
still get together, and when we get together, you'll still see a few block parties in my neighborhood where everybody will get together and you know, make things happen. You have a DJ, you'll have, you know, have some fun stuff, have fun times.
Let me ask you this: at 3 a.m. when you're smashed, when you're fucking smashed, what is your go-to food?
You know what's funny? This place just closed down. It was called Vegas Diner. It was in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, and it's funny because everybody from that neighborhood coming home from the clubs, coming home from the bars, at nighttime will always know to go to Vegas Diner. You'd see the whole neighborhood there, 3, 4 a.m.
Wow.
It was most packed. It got so bad they had to hire bouncers in the diner.
Unfucking believable.
Had to hire security in the diner because so many drunk Italians would be coming in and causing a scene.
Wait. Time out. Do you remember, speaking of fucking smashed and shit-faced, we were in Montreal. At 4 a.m., you ordered cannelloni. You remember that?
Oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
This guy orders cannelloni at 4 a.m.
I'm not gonna remember that. If I remember that, I probably wouldn't have been ordering.
And the thing is that they brought it at the restaurant. They brought it in the room, bro.
Come on, Montreal is worse than Vegas for me, bro. Montreal that's the most lawless place in the world for me. All kinds of crazy stuff happens to me in Montreal every time I'm there, man.
Okay, guys, if you guys don't know, we're both from the East Coast. He's from Brooklyn, I'm from Toronto. But now, let me ask you this.
But we're both Sicilian.
But let me ask you this, though. It's a silly question, but a real question. Who had the bigger fan base in the Conor Floyd World Press Tour?
Oh, man.
Come on, man. Let's go, bro. Come on, go crazy.
You guys got some crazy mixed martial arts fans in Toronto. Let me tell you, man, the craziest press conference I had ever been to in my life was the Floyd and McGregor press conference in Toronto. I mean, that was louder and more crazy than a lot of fights I've been to. I mean, it was a sick atmosphere, just a sick atmosphere. I mean, you guys in Toronto really know how to do it, you know how to really set it off, and you guys really set it off up there for that press conference. And not to mention, the press conference was fun too. I mean, between the things they were doing to each other and whatnot, the crowd going crazy. Big mixed martial arts haven in Toronto. You got some great fans.
Now you're talking. Explain to this, chef.
We got some pepperonis and a little bit of alice, or as we call them here in America, the anchovies, on top of this side. And this side we kept it plain with just a little bit of basil on top of your classic margarita. So what's this shit I'm hearing on social media? This guy Conor puts you on your back? How does a tough Brooklyn kid like you get schooled by a guy like Conor McGregor?
Yeah, that's the word they're trying to kind of circulate, is the whole schooling and whatnot. But I'll tell you, I went there with good intentions, you know, and like I said, I was ready for some hardcore sparring. You know, I was ready for that grimy, deep down, hardcore sparring. You know, the kind of sparring you do in training camp. So, right. I never mind that. And we had especially that second sparring. I mean, it was full contact, high contact. You know, and I actually thought I got the better of it. But you know, he hangs tough, and he's actually in better shape than me, so he's able to hang tough a little bit. But you know, I know more of the tricks. This is my sport. This is my my realm, so to speak. You know.
Okay, but wait. What is Conor good at? He's got to be good for something.
I can't tell you before the fight's going on. I can't tell you everything that he's gonna do before the fight. But he's got some ability. Oh my God, what am I gonna tell you? He's good at? So then Floyd could go over here for that? No, I can't tell you that. But I can tell you this. He's got an idea of how he wants to do things. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't agree with everything he's doing, and some of the things I think I look at them and I say, that's pretty interesting stuff. You know, like so it's not a full-fledged. Oh, it's definitely gonna work. You gotta keep in mind though. You also gotta keep in mind from the first sparring to the second sparring, there was a big difference even in me. So I'm not even close to being in fight shape. If I get even close to being in fight shape, does this guy have a big problem with me even? I don't know. I can't even tell you that. So I don't know how much of what he's doing is actually going to work, or if it's just interesting to me because it's different.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Because in Floyd Mayweather, you would assume he's finding somebody who's in great shape. Now, don't get me wrong. Every time I look at Floyd's Instagram, I don't know. He's in Miami. He's in Las Vegas. I don't know what this guy. I don't know. I've never seen a training camp like this in my life. Don't get me wrong. But having said that, you just assume the best Floyd Mayweather shows up, right? You know, Floyd keeps talking about he's going to go for the knockout. Is he going to go for the knockout because he hasn't been training as intensely and he doesn't have the 12 rounds? He doesn't have the 12 rounds in him? Because I'm telling you one thing about Conor. He's not your conventional boxer, and I don't know how good he can be, but his conditioning is good. He's got a good pop in his left hand. It's not the most powerful punch I've been here with. He's got a good pop in his left hand. There's things that you can slow him down with. I wasn't really too thrilled about the way he took body shots. I wasn't thrilled about certain things. But you know what? The guy has something about him and his conditioning, and he's a winner in his mind, and he's coming to win the fight.
Anything could happen in a boxing ring, right? There's a 2% chance anything can happen in a boxing ring, right? So,
you know, there's the one sport where you get a 10-run home run, right? You know, so to speak. You know, in most games, you know, you look at a soccer or football match, you know, you're down 3-4-0.
Right.
You know, that's it in the 85th minute. You're not coming back, bro. It's over. It's no knockout. But you could be down every second of every round and get a Julio Cesar Chavez versus Meldrew Taylor type of knockout. You know what I'm saying? Where the fight just ends when you hope.
But does he have that power of that Julio Cesar Chavez versus Meldrew Taylor type of
listen,
knockout?
He has power to knock you out. Yes, he has power to knock you out. He, you know, like I said, just because you're not the hardest puncher I've been hit with doesn't mean it's not respectable power. And then now if you hit me, I can just take it. No.
All right, guys. Fight of the year so far.
I don't know. Maybe that Joshua fight?
Oh, you took my pick, man.
shit.
Joshua Klitschko's my
That was a
favorite
fucking awesome fight, man.
Joshua Klitschko, the best heavyweight title fight since Tyson Holyfield won.
You know what?
I guess it's been some good heavyweight fights. It's been some good heavyweight fights.
I can't disagree.
You know, as a matter of fact, last year, Chisora and Dillian White was a all-British fight, and in England, it was a great heavyweight fight.
Yeah, but this is at a world stage.
Heavyweight title, I haven't seen a world heavyweight title fight that good since Tyson Holyfield won, honestly. For me, that just got me like out of my seat. Like, I felt like I was there live calling the fight, and I felt like taking my headset off and just losing my mind. Like I was home watching the fight.
For Klitschko,
what a fight. What an atmosphere.
Oh, fucking right. For Klitschko at that age to have what he had and pull it off, and he almost had it. He almost had it.
You know what I want to say too? I'm glad Vladimir recently called his retirement, and a big hand for Vladimir Klitschko, you know, because I think he summoned up everything he could at that age. Because like you said, it's not easy to summon it up at that age. At that age, you're just kind of over it, you know? For him to summon up that desire at that age to be in a fight like that and then continue to grind down, dig deep inside himself. At that age, it's not easy at that age. It takes a lot.
You know what? In boxing, there's good publicity and there's bad publicity. What happens to Amir Khan right now?
Oh man, I tell you, you know what this reminds me of with Amir? You know what Amir's personal life, too much in the public limelight, too much. It's almost reminding me, he's almost becoming like the Kardashians of England. You know? Like, no, I don't want to say this in a disrespectful way. But it's almost like somebody, a public figure, has their private life too much. Like, you know, Rob Kardashian, every time you go through a breakup, you see him crying. And, like, all right, buddy, shut up. You know what I mean? Like, why would you want to put yourself out there like that? But he gains ratings. I mean, if you're willing to give up your own pride for your ratings, that's fine. Yeah, that's more power to you. You know what I'm saying? But, so, I mean, I see that with the Kardashians. They put out all their problems. They air out all their dirty laundry on there. And people eat it up. People love it. Yeah. Amir has a big enough name in England. He's huge. I mean, he is humongous in England. So, he airs out his dirty laundry like that. I'm telling you, it's going to be tabloid fodder. I feel like it's huge ratings. So, from one point of myself, I'm like, what are you doing, bro? You're staining your family's name and your name, and you can never undo that. You can never undo that. But at the same time, I'm like, is part of this being done on purpose? Is he really just arguing with his wife on Twitter, talking about who's banging who and all this stuff, and how his family screwed him over? I mean, you just aired out every single piece of dirty laundry you can.
Business aspect. What happens if this would happen to you, where you had a beautiful business, successful business, and you cheat on your wife and everybody finds out? What happens to your business?
That's a disaster. In my opinion, it's a disaster. I'm like Paulie. I like to keep my
it's a PR.
Personal life private. I know people say any press is good press, right? Or
Right, of course.
I don't know. I don't necessarily.
It depends at what price you're willing to pay for that press and for that fame. I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. There's always a give and take. You always have to be willing to give that give and take to get the price of fame, the price of glory, or whatnot. But what is too much as opposed to what is the right balance? There's always a price.
Right.
Man, look at us.
Mamma mia.
We just devoured
Mamma mia.
We did a good job.
This was some good stuff.
I'm so
I'm
good
fucking
job.
unbelievable.
It was an
I'm
easy job to
fucking
eat that whole
unbelievable.
pie. You kidding me?
Cheers. Cheers.
I decided to take a stroll and swing by my buddy Diamante's place. Dave is a ring announcer himself and no stranger to the Brooklyn Nets.
All right, so check this out. I just got back from Cuba. They drive old cars in Cuba.
Of course.
So this is a
This is
57
called a
Chevy.
Fotingo.
There you go. And because you brought Cohibas, I got you this little handmade Cohiba cigar holder.
Wow.
So you got that.
Thank
And
you,
you
man.
can put inside one of the Diamante specials. It's a nice mild cigar. It's a Robusto.
Tell me something, Dave. You've been calling fights for 15 years. Back in the old days, there's been more wars, there was more slugging. Nowadays, it's becoming more of a sweet science. What do you think that is?
I mean, obviously now you have a guy like Mayweather. He's a scientist. You have a Lomachenko. He's a scientist. You got a Rigondeaux. He's a scientist. So we have those guys. But we also had a Katsidis. We also had a Bam Bam Rios. We also had a Tim Bradley. You know, not that Tim Bradley can't do both, but a Cotto. You know, to me, my favorite fighters were guys that really did both well, like Sugar Ray Leonard. To me, that guy, he could box
I
you.
think he's one of the best pound for pound.
He's my favorite. You know, you can't walk through the rain and not get wet. You're gonna get hit. But what it is, it's like those little angles, right? Those little 1/8 of 16ths of an inches. So you're gonna take shots.
Oh, of course.
But a lot of times you're going back, so you're taking the shot, but it's not. You're catching it at an angle, and that's what you want to take the pepper off of it. You know what I mean? You want to take the mustard off of it. You don't want that full contact knockout shot.
All right, Canelo Triple G. Who wins and why?
This is not only a good matchup, it's the best fighting the best. These are the two top guys. It's like two freight trains going head to head. And it's hard to say because both guys have a lot of strengths and both guys have some deficiencies. You know, I think Danny Jacobs kind of exposed Triple G. Canelo, I like him. I think he's been getting better. I think it's anyone's. I think it's a 50-50 right now.
There's just something about this city that keeps bringing me back. Until next time, New York. Arrivederci. Peace.
The sugar rush.